So you want to know how good Fernando is in Paladins right now? He's still one of the best, and that's after he's been nerfed. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Raynday, and today we're taking a look at those fireball one-shots, those Fernando hot plays. It's time to take the tank into competitive. I'm deciding which deck I want, and I end up going for the Last Stand deck. This deck is going to give me this loadout's going to give me the ability to basically, kill people as usual, like a tank should be doing. Right? No, kidding. But he does a lot of damage, but it will also allow me to have some more sustain on the point with Last Stand 4. That means once I get below 50% health, I'll throw up my shield and I will slowly start getting health right back up to 50%. As you see, my shield gets disintegrated there. That was nuts. We have the Victor, the Androxus, and it looks like maybe the Cassie over on the other side, just dominating that as well. So my shield goes down, but we do get a little bit of this fight in our favor. The Maldamba is there. I've got the inflame potentially of my weapon, causing some damage over time, almost killing him. The shield pops back up, and there it is. Look at my health, jumping back up to half. I use the dash. I get 200 on both Androxus and Maldamba. I'm going for the Androxus, looking to get the kill. Is the damage over time going to get him? No, not enough. And here's the Maldamba. Oh, no. I couldn't take him down, and they end up getting me. And Zero to Base actually gets the kill with the new champion Maldamba. I'll be doing a gameplay of him soon. Do not worry. I just didn't have any in the bank that I was able to go ahead and kind of cast for you all today. I do like casting these. I do like that style. It helps me when I'm going into casting on the weekend. I actually am going to cast right now on twitch.tv/Paladins game in like an hour. So I love that. Here, they don't see it coming. And there it is. There's Cassie. I do the charge. Now Mako is under pressure. I've got my shield, so I'm kind of biding time for my team. This is the whole goal. I'm waiting here, using my angle to maneuver my shield to buy time for my team. There's the overtime. It looks like we are not going to get it, and the objective is initially lost. So that was not the right plan. My shield early on got burned down super fast. We do get the kill there, but now it's just a matter of making sure that we have our Ying clones out to heal and sustain us, which I didn't really feel the impact of. And then it's also just making sure that I personally, if you just stand there on the point and everyone is trying to kill you, a good sign is Fernando is that strategy is not going to work if your teammates aren't going to be aggressive in the backline and stop that DPS. If that's the case, you have the ability as Fernando, as you see there, the double tap, and it looks like I will take him down with the help of Mickey. If you do see that happening, you're oftentimes better off sometimes zoning and going after those squishy characters, hitting with the quick fireball and putting the pressure from your flame lance onto them. And that will allow you to actually get them first, their DPS off the point, because they have to deal with you. But then it will also allow you to have this most likely offensive pressure that's enough to kill them, or at least allow your teammates to get a kill onto them. The fireball misses there, looking for the bonus damage, which was nerfed. It used to be 100% scaling damage, and now it's only 50%. But you see there, I'm pressuring that back line so much, they stopped pressuring, and then the Mako on the front line was super lost. But I ended up getting the stun from Maldamba's snake there. That was exactly what happened. That was pretty impressive. I did not anticipate it, but there the snake toss did 400, and actually that might have been Spinning Cobra. Excuse me. It was just a stun though. If he reloads, one of the cool mechanics about the new champion Maldamba, who's like a voodoo snake priest, is that when he reloads, if he hits you with that reload, he throws his actual snake, and if that snake hits you, like I said, you end up getting stunned, and that can be very powerful, especially for large health pools tanks like Fernando, who could put up their shield and just regain all this health back. So I decided the flank. I'm looking for the Androxus that got away, but now I decide to flank from the backside. There it is. Get a little damage on the Mako, who stayed alive, it seems like this entire time, going inside the shell. I do want to take him out. He pops the Ancient Rage, though, so I know that's not going to happen anytime soon. I get stunned by the snake again, which is a very good job, but I hit Maldamba, luckily, with the double tap. So I do get a little bit of extra damage on him, but I'm dying again, but we are holding really well. So this is the whole point. Ice Mines is a very difficult map to push on. And personally, there are a couple things that I would suggest to do as a tank, and sometimes even as a player, if you want those aggressive flanks and you kind of want to get there early. Master Riding is a card I've been experimenting with a lot, and it's kind of fallen out of the meta. It used to be super strong here as the engagement goes on. It looks like we're getting Fear. That's Maldamba's ultimate. But now it's not so strong in general, but I think it's kind of coming back. I think people just have forgotten about it so much that I think in some of these maps we're getting to the point first and having that crucial advantage. I think people are underestimating how valuable it can be to have Master Riding equipped, because sometimes tanks, yes, Chronos is valuable, but it's super expensive, so you don't necessarily want to throw all your credits into that. You'd rather throw it into Haven or Blast Shields, which will give you the damage mitigation. The ability to Basalt's just taking me down. while I'm trying to give you guys some information. What's that about, Bath Salts? So, Bath Salts takes me down. I go down, but the defense is successful, and that's all I care about. But instead of taking Haven, Morale Boost is the only other one that really makes sense. I mean, Chronos, you wouldn't, I don't think, because it's just so many credits, and you want to put those into Haven, or sometimes Cauterize, or Veteran, right? You want to spread those out. Those are really good cards for tanks, Veteran especially. But Master Writing is a card that you could pick up at a basic level, and just guarantee that you'll get to the point first. 300 credits will guarantee you get to the point first, and that can oftentimes be the difference in a fight there. I'm trying to chat, and I just remember this. I'm trying to chat, and I use my ultimate because I cannot hit, for some reason on my keyboard, I cannot hit the like enter button to chat something. So that's why I kept saying like LOL. It would just bring up the item screen for me. So then I hit my ultimate, and I'm like, all right, well, you know what? This game has kind of gone a little weak so far. Hopefully we can turn it around. I got to do a different style. So instead of going to the point, I go straight to the flank. I missed the fireball though, but there's the Victor and the Androxus. They're not using damage onto the point, so I've got my job already halfway done. Now the kill is all I'm looking for. The damage over time. Will it take him down? That's one down. Slayed Rapushka, and now I'm going for the Victor. Scared Son, he looks scared to me. Running away. He's trying to hit me with his automatic rifle, but it doesn't matter because I popped the shield, and I still got that huge health ball. I missed the fireball, but the damage over time seems to be enough to force him away, and the turret of Barrett actually takes him down. That's a full team wipe we've been able to handle. They took care of the Makoa and the Maldamba. We took care of the Androxus and the Victor, and that is all she wrote. The Androxus going this way. It might be him going up into the sky, looking for an accursed arm, but he doesn't find it. No luck for him. I'm looking for him now, and he seems like he has nowhere to go because it looks like the Drogo's already found him. That dragon, not the guy you want to see if you're low on health. There's the double tap onto the Maldamba, going with the force back. The damage over time is too strong. I get the kill onto Basalts, going for the long-range snipe on Victor. I don't get it. Maldamba is my priority, though. That healing, he uses a really nice slither to get away. I hit him with the fireball one more time. The damage over time takes him out, and there's the Androxus. The double kill is alive, 7 streak, and that's how you do it, and that was the adjustment that I wanted to just show all of you, and how you can, with Fernando, really start to change the dynamic of a fight because you decided to pressure the back line, especially on these very tight corridor maps. Ice Mines is a map that, in that same scenario, where you have maybe a team doing really well at first, a team who just plays the first part of that point right can actually easily win that against a much better team. We saw this in the champion circuit. We saw, actually, I believe it was either Eager or Match Point. One of those teams dropped several games on Ice Mines to a much lesser kind of, skilled at this moment and lesser kind of coordinated team, which usually wouldn't have happened. But it happened because Ice Mines there's so many corridors, and there it is, the 900 damage. If I hit Makoa close enough, that is a bug. That is something that is going to be fixed, and actually is a very big advantage for playing Fernando right now, especially competitively. Not only is the main tank, and really all of the other tanks aren't really main tanks, they're kind of off tanks, and I'll talk about that kind of right now. I'll kind of lend that into, why Fernando is really good in this meta right now, because I know a lot of you who play Paladins, you want to know, what tank should I play? What's the best tank? What do I prefer? And I'll kind of give you a little bit of my tier list there, as we do get the push. Simple and easy as pie. But again, yeah, we're just finishing my last point. The corridors and Ice Mines make it very difficult. If you get Master Riding, you're able to get there first, which means like a Fernando, you could fireball that first corridor where everybody comes down and just basically put people at half health before they start the fight, and that is an extremely big advantage for your team. And you could also chase down people without them having anywhere to really kite you, right? There's nowhere to kite you. They're either running away from the point or they're running back onto the point with low health because you've already taken a bunch of it away, and they're getting shot by your other teammates, and then they've got to run down more corridors, which are like perfect, easy line of sight. So regardless of that, it's not a great map to lose the initial advantage. Now, Fernando, he is the best tank right now, and the reason is he is the only real tank. He has everything that a tank has in general in most games, and most types of tank-like games where there is a tank. I'm going in for the backline. The Victor, again, he's out of this fight, and the reason is because I have this huge health pool, but I also have so much sustain that the other teammates do not have, and there it is. Basalt and Maldamba are in super trouble here. I'm trying to get all of the damage done. I'm looking to kill Basalt. I pop my shield, and I'm going to get back to full health and go here and heal with the Ying clones. That is all that I needed for that fight. We have completely taken charge of it. Barrick's still on the point, which is beautiful. Now, Barrack and Makoa are my second choices for tanks. I think Barrack is pretty good, actually, and I also think the Fireball just a little too late there. I also think Makoa is actually a great second tank, but the problem is I think Makoa and Barrack both need other tanky champions or a lot of supports to make them that viable in this meta. I think Fernando can actually do the job of a tank by himself if he's got enough damage around him to pressure the other champions. But I think that Barrack and Makoa, because their shields aren't as aggressive, their uptime isn't as long on the point with their shield and with their ability to recover health and just have these huge health pools, unless Makoa ults. And then I also think that, you know, Fernando's just ability to maneuver a little bit better and a little bit more safely, right, than Barrack. Barrack has to leave the safety of his shield. Makoa, although he's in his shield, it's very easy to kill him in that shield. You just run into the middle. Fernando doesn't really have that. And so it's so much better for him to really hold down that job. And I think that's one of the most important things to recognize. Makoa is great because of his displacement. Barrack, when he gets his turret set up, is so good. But if he doesn't, it's like a hit or miss. And Ruckus is in an interesting spot. I think he's actually okay as an off tank, but definitely can't compete against really any of those other tanks as a main tank without having another tank in your lineup. So in competitive, you're looking to probably have about 2 tanks, and potentially if you have Fernando, you can have 2 to even 3 supports and still do successfully right now. The death ball is still strong. I'll keep you updated on that meta, and we'll take a look at some other Paladins champions soon in the near future. Stay tuned for some more Smite, some more Battle Right. I'm bringing that back to the channel, and of course, some more Paladins. And check me out on twitch.tv/PaladinsGame today, casting the champion circuit for Europe in week 2. As always, guys, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I will see you all next time.